I made a shit ton of money. So I have millions of dollars in my bank account. I'd have people come to me and say, oh, I'm going to teach you how to invest this and do good with this money. I know these people don't have more than 20 grand in their bank account.
Totally.
So what I'm looking at them through a lens of, how do you have something to teach me when I have more than you?
Absolutely.
But the reality is, just because I have more of something than somebody else doesn't mean I have the wisdom to steward it better than somebody else. And so, but I didn't look at it through that lens.
Yeah.
And what I didn't see is the person who had $20,000 in their bank account, they were saving
doing
$100 every single week and managing it so well to where if they would have been given the money I had, they would have turned that 5 into 50 million.
Totally.
Right? But I was looking at it through a very shallow perspective of, I'm better with money than you because I have more.
Yeah.
And I see this through people with influence over people.
Yes.
Who they're like, I have this much influence. How much do you have? Why would I take wisdom for you?
Yep.
And so if I could go back in time, you know, even with like business ideas, or you'd get young entrepreneurs who would come and be like, have you ever thought about doing this with your business? And without even thinking about what they said, my brain would turn off and be like, why would I listen to you? You don't have a successful company.
Totally.
And it's the most arrogant way to live. And I see this all the time. And people in the fitness industry, you have a jack guy with a six pack.
Totally.
And then you say something like, oh, well, have you ever tried this? And they immediately discredit what you say because I don't have a six pack. They have a six pack. Why would I listen to you? I'm way better looking than you.
Totally.
And it's like, that will cripple your growth. And you know, in Proverbs, it talks about God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble. This lesson is one of my favorite lessons that I have learned early on in marriage, where, you know, now I'll put marriage aside for a second. Now, when somebody comes to me with an idea and they say, have you ever thought about doing this with your business? Instead of turning that off and being like, oh, I have more experience than you. Why would I listen to you? It's like, sometimes God is speaking through the ignorant to give you a solution that you need. And I posted this on Instagram the other day. I was like, sometimes the key to accessing wisdom is humility, and it's through the mouth of the ignorant.
Totally.
And I didn't know that. And so now there's a lot of people who, you know, maybe they run a coffee shop, maybe they sell online t-shirts, or they do this and they're like, oh, ever thought about doing this? And not saying all their ideas are from God, wisdom, but for you to lose,
you're being open to
you're open to it. And so even now being married, where you know, I'll vent a business problem or something with my wife, and she goes, well, have you ever thought about doing? My brain would go offline.
Totally.
Like, why would she know how to fix this? I'm sitting with business people 24/7 trying to fix this, you know, and then I would get triggered and be like, it's not that simple. It's not that easy. It's not that. And I feel like God corrected me really fast on that, because he's like I brought this beautiful human being to your life who is very intelligent, that you love and you've committed your entire life to, and you don't think that any of the wisdom in her soul could be applicable to the journey that you're going on. And it was like,
beautiful.
Oh, I have to actually. Trusting God for wisdom is not that he's going to give you a direct answer, but he's going to use people where you have to access the fruits of the Spirit in order to receive that bit of wisdom. And so even just the other day, my wife said, you know, I'm talking about this new business I want to make in Reading. And I said, oh, I might do it this way because of X, Y, Z. And she goes, I don't know about that. Maybe, and I could feel the pride come up. She goes, maybe you should do X, Y, Z. And I literally in my head was like, God, thank you for this spouse, for this human being that you brought into my life. She's right.
Wow.
She's 100% right. And I literally made myself say, babe, you're 100% right. Yeah, that's a good idea. Shit, yeah, it's a good idea.
Come on.
Yep, okay.
And I bet that was great for your marriage.
Yeah, it probably was, yeah.
I'm like putting myself in her shoes and I'm like, I bet that felt really good.
And it's so hard because even, especially as a man, you want to be all-knowing and you want to be smart, intelligent, and like, you know, somebody who has no experience with business giving you a business is like, oh no, you're probably right. You're probably. And I went to my buddy who I'm doing the business with, and I said, bro, my wife actually said this thing the other day, and I think she's right. And he goes, bro, my wife said the exact same thing. Because we were both like, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Our wives said, this isn't a good idea. And he humbled himself and was like, you're right. I humbled myself and was like, you're right. That could have saved the business.
Totally.
And it's like, it's so to me, humility is one of those things where it's like, if you can't lower yourself and be like, I do not know everything just because of what I have achieved. I am not more intelligent just because this idea worked. And I'm not better with stewarding these things just because I have more of these things than you.
Yeah.
Then like, it's almost like the floodgates of creativity, innovation, ideas, and wisdom start flooding to you, but it's at the cost of you letting go of your ego.
Yeah.
And that's especially as I'd say as men, that's really hard to do. But I'm really grateful for that aspect in this journey of learning even, more and more humility.